Hey, what up, Dirk? What is up? So is Thorns dead? I don't know if it's dead. I don't think it's dead. Definitely not dead. It's going to be different. You know, Thorns Leech still could be good. Recoup Leech could be good. Maybe Pure Armor Leech with just, like, recovery is good. Who knows? I don't think it's dead. You know, it's just going to be different and risky for League start. Is that new MMO game? What do you mean, My Games Gallery? Hey, what's up, Cameron? I'm 85% sure I'm following a Sportify build for League Start. Hell yeah, Shaith. If you're playing Trade League, it's a wonderful build. Anything I should be really aware of as a pitfall? I mean, it's just not the best single target build. If you're talking about doing the hardest bosses that are scaled to like 25 to 50 million life, it's going to have like 2 to 3 minute boss kill times. It can do them, but it's not like a Giga Bosser on a budget. If you, like, min-max the fuck out of it and really push its damage this patch, I bet you could make it into, like, you know, an okay bosser. But, like, the biggest weakness is it's not a bosser, you know? You won't see fast kill times. What would you roll for Thorns? Probably Shaman. I mean, if that's not your goal, you'll have a blast with it, Scythe. For sure. Hey, what's up, Herm? Good morning. How will Bowbringer do compared to Ice Snipe Deadeye? I mean, it's not going to do... I mean, there's no way to know. There's no way to know. Bowbringer has an absurdly high ceiling and a very low floor, so... who knows? If you're concerned about it, just go play Deadeye.
Lurking among the shadows of the trees like an animal. You murdered one of my soldiers.
But there's literally no way we know. It's safe to assume that Deadeye has the better odds of being better because it's Deadeye.
It'll take a better snare than that to catch me.
You're alive. I'm glad to know that. I would appreciate it if you could
Stab that fool. But with how projectile scaling and stuff works, the bow has an absurd ceiling to where it can one-shot bosses, potentially. But we don't know if that's actually going to be the case, so I can't really tell you, you know?
Another string to my bow.
I cannot say. Hey, no problem, Soul. Oh, no! No problem, Mr. Soul, Neon. Hope you're doing well, man. You know what your league starting?
Thunderous shot.
Oops.
Man or beast.
Yep, we're just getting a little bit more Bowbringer practice. Nothing too crazy. We might look at the passive tree later and like mess with what like a Thorns build might look like, but
Violence against this.
Tools of the Forge turned tools of war. These are dangerous times.
Boundling! It is a pity to see.
hey, what's up, Drez? How you doing? Ironbound is looking good. Armor plus block archer, very interesting. Or Wolf Oracle, maybe. Both seem pretty cool. Wolf Oracle would be fun for sure. Hey, what's up, Baboomba? How you doing? Is everything out that would allow you to make a build yet? Not super experienced when it comes to how things are revealed. I mean, no. We're missing like potentially a bunch of data mining, and then like even with the data mining, we'd still technically be missing stuff that we wouldn't be able to find until launch, probably. We have like 95% of it, maybe even like closer to 98, but we definitely don't have it all, and we might not have it all by launch either.
I'd best hurry.
What do you think about permafrost bolt frag rounds crossbow starter? Isn't that what Pox's League starting? Pretty sure that's what Pox's League starting. I've never played it myself, but I assume it's a good build. Oh, that's true. I could have checked on my first mule that vendor for boots. Good call.
Brannock, is that you?
Where was he going?
Tempered by victory. I'm sorry, Brannock.
Oh wow, we got a blue quiver and a blue bow from our starter. Pretty lucky. And 2 Augs too. Sheesh.
Father.
It's because now if you could channel
Okay.
your violence against this
Frostbomb.
devourer, as Finn calls it, we'd be indebted to you. If you find a fight out there, do it.
The Count must die for what he has done.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much cool stuff in the patch that like we could be that I'm waiting for. Like, I want to see all the gemling quality stuff. Like, ugh, there's so much fun stuff I'm waiting for.
I know. I fear it. Please. It's beautiful. I accept.
Yeah, that'll craft on that.
We will.
Wait, I sold the blue one. Crap.
If you find a fight
Yes. Finn makes fun of my collection. That one spoke to me as well. Stay
Rip.
safe. If you can.
Well, it's like not even just one league though. It's a single league with, I think they said multiple resets. Not even just one reset, but multiple, which is crazy. There's old girl. Hey, appreciate it, Skiller. Thanks for the sub, man. Yep, tomorrow we got the podcast, by the way. Tomorrow at, I think, 1 p.m. my time, so like 5 hours from now tomorrow. We have Captain Lance on. Which will be a fun one.
I have received reports of a number of villages hiding in the Killick lobbies. Travel there, convey my order to return. Anyone refusing my authority should be considered a traitor and a criminal.
Gross.
Deal with them as you see fit, but bring their bodies back to the manor.
I mean, I love economy resets. Like, I'm a big fresh start Andy. I play every private league that shows up. Like, I love fresh economy, so I'm all about economy wipes. Alright, where's old girl? Okay, random iron ring drop. We'll take that. Random iron ring. I'll take that. Well, just like in general, like when I used to be like a hardcore MMO player, like I was the kind of guy that would play, every fresh start server, or like if every time like they released TBC Fresh or whatever, or Wrath Fresh, I would be on one of the fresh servers because I like the fresh economy. I'd play all the private leagues because they're fresh economies. That initial rush where everyone is all on equal footing and like hyped and playing together, whether they're actually like playing together or not, but just like the hype around a fresh start is always just so fun. You see, like, we make that argument all the time on the podcast now, Shython, that, like, for us, you know, Rabbit shit talks himself when he has a 7-hour campaign clear, but, like, the average is 20 to 30, so it's like... But that's, like, normal, you know? A lot of people, like... You see how, like, I'm leaving enemies, like, not killed? Like... Even I'm overkilling right now to a speedrunner's perspective. Most speedrunners only scout for magic mobs. You know, like, there's just a... It's not like the way you play is wrong. It's just the way other people play is hyper-optimized. Let my exposure fall come bad. Stun him before he hits me. I almost got hit there. Where are you moving to, buddy?
Task.
Another blue quiver. I mean, yeah, hopefully the next patch helps you with that, though. Like, hopefully the yellow tape cleans up your campaign clear next patch. That'll be a big dub.
Sorry, Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming. Another for my collection. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, adding the mule to the start was the biggest addition, I think, for the build. The start is just so much more smoother once you just get your bow at level 1 instead of like having to be like, well, do you get the RNG of getting it at this point or this point? Very glad we added the mule. Hope I didn't use my... Did I? Oh, I didn't talk to Renly. Shit. Like, where the fuck's my support gem?
Down this way.
How do you combat the cooldown on the supporting fire in campaign? You get cooldown recovery passives and bidding.
It's been many years. Does the witch still live here?
I can't hit.
It seems no one is safe from...
Okay, which is instead to supporting gem. So like right now, so like practice is a little awkward right now because we no longer have Fate of the Vows League mechanic in every map. So we're just missing a lot of the crafting currency we were just playing with, you know.
Heal yourself!
But on League Start, we're going to have Ironbound Bow, which will just be such an absurd DPS game that practice is like just generally... Really just for Act 1, to be honest. Everything beyond Act 1 is going to be like crazy easy. Yeah, with muling. I have a guide on my channel I posted yesterday that talks about it. What is muling? It's when you start the league on one character and you transfer it to the new one. It's something they do in PoE 1 a lot. A few builds do it in PoE 2, but not really many. It's not as important in PoE 2 because of the gem requirements and stuff. Hey, Symbiont, thanks for the sub, man. How you doing? You know what your league's starting yet? Yep, you just start the league on a ranger, and then you take its boat. Then you go play a Warbringer. Easy peasy. Did I walk past? Oh, it's not there, okay. Bowbringer, thanks to you, hell yeah. Bowbringer should be hype. I hope there's no weird-ass bugs we run into with it, because I am excited for it. Personally. No, thanks for the gifted subs. Well, we don't buy it in PoE 2 with what I'm doing, Senzia. Like, we literally just, with muling on the Ranger, you literally just kill Miller on the Ranger. You put Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod, and the bow and quiver you have in your bag, like, you start with, into the stash. Like, most of the time you can't afford anything of value with just what you get from Miller anyway. So it's, like, unlikely you can buy anything, but even without buying anything, it's just for, like, this is the starting bow and quiver, you know, from the Ranger. But it's also for Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod, because you get Lightning Arrow pre-Miller, and then you get Lightning Rod from Renly. Oh, he's talking about the unique bow? My bad. Oh, you were... Oh, I see. I misunderstood. You're right. There's no way to get Ironbound guarantee. I was talking about for muling with the starting bow. You gotta trade for Ironbound. There is a way you get Ironbound guarantee. It's trade. Thank you, Symbionts. Hope you're doing well, though. I am excited for this league start. Yeah, my bad. I misunderstood what he said. Or yes. Ooh, a short bow already. Excellent. Good ID, good ID, good ID. I mean, that's decent. Ironbound should be truly cheap day one. I assume so. But if, like, more people end up league starting it, where's the Grellroot at? Is it like right here? If more people end up league starting it, you know, could make it more costly. I doubt for the first 24 to 48 hours it will be more expensive than a few Chaos. You can't put those in... If you watch the review, the overview, Mo, it doesn't work that way. You have to put the unique effect into an item of the same type. You can't just put, like, Svalin's Lucky Block into a helmet. Svalin's Lucky Block has to go into a shield. Chernobog's fire damage gain has to go into a shield. We're not using a shield with the build, so we can't use either of those. Neither of them work, unfortunately. That would be cool if we could use Chernobog and Lucky Block. Like, that'd be fucking crazy. But, no, we can't. Not unless we're using a shield, and we don't use a shield. We use bow and quiver. That would be insane if you could do that. And they're also limit 1 per. It's not like you can stack, like, a helmet 1, a boot 1, a chest 1, a weapon 1. You can only stack 1. And with that being the case, even if you could, for whatever reason, use Svalin or Chernobog in a whatever it's called, the Darkness Enthroned, that wouldn't be worth it. Because you're not extracting them at 100% power. Darkness Enthroned would probably not even be putting it back up to its 100% effect, so you're giving up, like, good belts, like, it wouldn't be worth it. Trust me, we've talked a lot about the possibility of Svalin and Chernobog in the Discord. It just mathematically, even if it could work, even if it was extracted at 100% power, it wouldn't be worth doing. Just because you'd be giving up, like, the other options we have for damage are just so much more powerful. But it's not like gonna, like, Svalin's not extracting at, like, and going in Darkness Enthroned and making, you know, up for, like, how much you're losing from Ingenuity Belt or something like that. For Slotha's Coil. Definitely be a thing. I'm sure someone's gonna do it, but I don't think it'd be very good. Or better than other stuff.
Who is that?
Because if you look at, like, what happened to Trample Toe, it's at, like, 33% power. So if you put that in Darkness and Throne, you know. Do you have a link to the Discord? Yeah, it's just type !Discord in chat. It's the Thorns Discord, but at this point, it is basically an off-meta Discord. I advertise it not as the Thorns Discord anymore. I advertise it as an off-meta Discord. So because we have so many people who just love theory crafting about weird shit in there, that, like, the main chat room became more discussion. Like, no one was talking about Thorns in there anymore. So we had to make, like, a side chat for, like, Thorns and... But, yeah. Up in the Thorns Discord, we have lots of people that love to theory craft and shoot their ideas. And if you're talking specifically about the Bowbringer discussion, in there's a build chat area. And under the build chat, you have to click on build chat, and you'll see a bunch of threads. There's an Ironbound Warbringer thread there. We have a calculator for, like, the block chance and stuff like that. Like, but yeah. It's not a bad idea. Sorry, I hope I didn't come off as, like, saying your idea was shit. Because it's definitely, like, it's definitely possible. We've talked about Darkness and Throne with that stuff before. Like, it's just, it's not going to be as cool as we would hope. As we were hoping it would be, could have been. I'm sure, like, maybe the Savalan tech would work, but right now, with, like, it depends on how much damage we have, first of all. Like, if our damage is just Giga, maybe we don't need to, like, super invest in the damage. But right now, my assumption is that the damage is going to need, like, some hand-holding to get it really good, right?
There is nothing
If the damage is Giga, you could easily fit in something like Svalin, like you said, and stuff, but my assumption is we're going to need as much added damage on gear as possible. So we're going to need, like, I think someone said it was like 10 to 15% more damage by using the new breach rings with added damage, added physical on them, with, like, as much gain damage to attack rolls as you can get. With Ingenuity Belt, it's like one of the biggest DPS gains we can get. So Ingenuity Belt with the new breach rings is, like, very appealing. I'm not saying Darkness and Throne can't work or won't work, because like our damage could be, like, through the roof to where it doesn't matter. But the current assumption on my end is we're going to need to help out damage, and when we're using one unique legendary effect in our gear, it won't be something like Svalin. Yeah, we've thought about it a lot. Now that we have confirmation that they're limit 1 per, yeah, you know, it makes it hard to, like, Chernobog is a good option, for sure. I think Chernobog in a Darkness and Throne has some potential, but I don't think the math is going to work out to where it's better than Ingenuity Belt, because Ingenuity Belt also gives you, like, other defenses. And then also we have to talk about, like, Mage Blood too, of course. Like, we don't know what new Mage Blood is. Maybe this Mage Blood might fit into, like, every build like it does in PoE 2 or PoE 1 to make shit, like, just super OP. Is the Brassstone better than Wandering Reliquary? Which one's Wandering Reliquary? Is that silly leech chest? The recovery chest that everyone's overhyping? 50%, 50% physical damage recoup prevented as... I mean, we use Brass Dome because it's the highest armor-based unique in the game, and it has crit immunity, so... Unless Wandering Reliquary has, like, 3,000 armor... we're mainly, like, Brassstone is just a fucking fat amount of armor. I'm pretty sure it's, like, the highest armor base in the game you can get for body armor. And then it has crit immunity. It's like, it has to replace those two things. And that's not gonna happen for this build specifically, I think. Not for something that gives you physical damage prevented recouped as life. Like, that wouldn't be a good enough swap for Brassstone. Brassstone's really good. Oops, I forgot to talk to Renly. But yeah, mainly using Brass Dome because with Brass Dome. We have a, if you look at my mobilytics for Warbringer, the Bowbringer guide, oh, I didn't pick up one of the things off the ground. Where? I'm stupid. Which one did I not grab? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Autopilot brain. But we have a calculator for armor inside the mobilytics now. So you can see how much armor you need to reach 75% block cap, depending on what you're itemizing with. Whether that's rear guard, whether that's, you know, not rear guard, passives, etc. So the calculator will help you guys out a lot when it comes to trying to figure out how you want to set up your character. I mean, Whirling Assault builds are definitely going to be good, Mo. You can't go wrong with a Whirling Assault build. Like, this build has the potential to be really good and fun, but it is an off-meta build on League Start that could just fall completely flat, so always keep that in mind. If, like, there's something else you really, really want to play, you know, especially something that's, like, meta-solid, like Whirling Assault. You can always weigh that against that with this build, but the hope is this build doesn't suck butt. Wrong place. Minions all the way. You're crazy. Though, my second build of the league, so I plan on playing Supporting Fire as my second build, but I don't plan on leveling with how I set up my guide. I'm going to use Twink Gear, but my hope is I'm going to make Supporting Fire a Chober Chaber build. And Supporting Fire won't be like the star of the show necessarily for the whole thing, like, because with my Supporting Fire build, I try and make it do everything, and we don't rely really on the minions. With this build, I'm gonna make it do all the mapping, and then I'm gonna use Chober Chaber with like Hammer of the Gods for bossing or something. That's my my League Start plans. For after this build. At some point, I'm gonna want to Choba Chaba it up. Okay, look at all these dead ends I just ran into. Oh my goodness. Let me guess, this is going to be a dead end too, and I was forced to go that way. Nope. The boss was over here. The hell? Oh! Wasn't paying attention. Got way too greedy there.
I'm not ready.
Trying to pump when I should have been dodging. Okay. A lot more, my man. A lot more. There it is. I'm lying. What do you mean, minions OP? Boring. I want to play the game, not my minions. Pass. No, just minion builds never hit for me, Rick. They very rarely do. Oops, sorry. I hit my mic there, guys. I played 2 minion builds, or I think. If you call it like traditional minion builds. I played the bee build, and then I played the Zerg swarm build. I did in 0.2, I think.
Need mana.
Oh no, I've done another minion build. I also did a skeletal archer build in 0.1 where I had like 30 skeletal archers on a titan with multi-shot. So I lied. Really? I always feel like I hear minion players complaining about minions sucking. Also, the main reason I don't like minion builds right now in PoE 2 is I personally hate Infernal Legion. I think it's bad design.
Fear will best you. Out of mana.
Well, companions definitely needed a buff. I've tried companion builds, and they were booty. Dude, Infernal Legion is so stupid. Oh my god, weapon swap spam to like one-shot bosses with a fat elephant. So dumb.
My dearest daughter, beloved for all
That was so cheesy.
rest well.
Though that's mainly the weapon swap cheese being annoying and not the Infernal Legion minion being annoying. I mean, you don't need the weapon swap. It's infinitely better when you do the weapon swap cheese. But either way, like... And again, this is coming as the Thorns guy. I say Thorns is shit for this game, too, and should, like, not be a thing in the game. You shouldn't have anything that is idle in this game. And, like, anything that's just like, oh, I have these minions, and they don't even have to do anything. They just stand there, and they burn everything around them. Like, I hate that kind of stuff. Well, it's not that I hate it. Let me rephrase. It's just I think it's bad design for the game. Because when they're balance points, it's like really, it's not good. I don't mind command skills on minions. Command skills are fun. And a lot of the specters are really cool too. I think specters are neat. I thought the Infernal Legion, the exploding dog builds was cool. That was one Infernal Legion build I liked, but that was like because it was using them like as like little suicide bombs. That was cool. I mean, yeah, you know, all the new Rune Ward skills and supports we're getting, that could completely change the meta. Lame. Well, I like Spectres because both of the minion builds I've done, the Bee build and the Zerg Swarm build, were with Spectres. Those are fun. They just definitely can't be my main style. Like, they're like vacation builds for me.
I will put the Eternals back in their graves. I can't get...
Okay. Boost time.
Your way has no place here, currently.
I need more time. I can't hear.
My love, I call to you.
Okay, she was easy. Actually ended up with decent damage this run. Yeah, I'm very excited about a Chober Chapper build.
This place.
I'm gonna make Chober Chapper work on my Tactician.
No mana.
Nope, that's not how that works at all. It's funny, even you think that way, Rusty. So many people have misconceptions on the trade system. The old trade system works from level 1, period, but when you unlock King's March, all you unlock is Ainge to, like, sell stuff. You can buy from people from level 1 if they are selling in async trade. Like, if you started 2 hours late and I already had async trade unlocked, and I had stuff listed, you could use my async trade without being in Act 4. All Act 4 unlocks is Ainge in your hideout so you can sell. But you can still use the old trade and async trade without being in Act 4. It's just for listing that you unlock. But you'll be able to trade from Act 1 with the old trade system. Like, a lot of people still use that on League Start because they're desperate to make as much currency as possible. But then once they have async trade, like, the blasters are going to be in Act 4 in 2 hours. And then they'll start listing stuff on async trade. And at that point, you know, I'm still going to be in, like, Act 2 probably. So, you know, whatever Manga Nords. No kidding, I've never tried. Yep. Well, the old trade system still works too. Like, you know, the Whisper trade system, that still works on League Start. So, like, you just still whisper people and... I'm out of flash, so I gotta be careful. Oh, I don't have... I'm out of flask. Provide. I mean, I'm gonna have a live search up. But that's basically what I did for Thorns, right? I had a live search listed and for Crown of the Pale King, and I just bought the first one that showed up, right? That's what I'll be doing with Ironbound. Gotta hope that it's cheap. But I will be buying the first one listed for sure. Or attempting to buy the first one listed for sure. You know, there might be someone with more currency that's faster than me that's trying to buy it too. But, yeah. I'll have a live search up and I'll be fiending for the bow.
Please. Oh, I like this one.
They should. You have a clean eye. Till next time.
Yeah. That's not the smart thing to do, but I'm doing it. Yeah, I mean, it's something a lot of people have a misconception on. Like I see people say that all the time. How are you getting it? How are you getting the bow before Act 4? Like, how do you trade before Act 4? I thought I didn't unlock it. Like, the only thing that happens in Act 4 is you unlock Ainge for your hideout. Which is a big deal. That means you can start selling stuff, right? But, yeah.
I need more time.
Oh, I didn't recharge my flask. Rip, this is bad. We're out to play bitch and bow shot his ass down. You do not like leveling with grenades? A lot of people don't. That is why I made the minion section of the guide for supporting fire, but even I don't like the like. I prefer grenades personally. Oh, it is clearly better than minions. It is clearly better than minions. It is not even close.
Ready? Go on then.
Grenades are just stupid. And if you want to get supporting fire ASAP, grenades is how you do it, but... Hell yeah, Izlude. Yep, feel free to join the Discord and just throw out your ideas. We have talked about a fuckload in there over the last week and a half, so... We probably talked about most stuff, but that doesn't mean we haven't come up with every idea.
I'm not ready.
I knew I should have waited to socket that, because we just got a Warden Bow. And let me guess, it's going to have Giga stats. Eh. Would have been better to hold off, but mine's currently better. Oh, I don't have a level to use it yet. Non-uniques are all armor-based or armor evasion? What do you mean, Fasha? In regards to what? Talking about for this build? If you're talking about this build, we're going to be probably using pure armor bases.
Face me.
I have it all in the mobalytics. You can see the bases we're using in the late game tabs. There's not much reason, as I see right now, to play armor evasion hybrid.
My story continues.
All signs just show that you should just lean fully into armor right now. Like just pure armor stacking, because eventually you'll be able to get rid of rear guard doing that. Hey, what's up, Blade? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm beyond ready. There's like, I've done too much prep. I hate doing prep at all. I just want to go in blind, so. Any more prep that gets done, I'm gonna be pissed. I just want to play. What's up with you, man?
I've no more room.
I'm psyched for my next 5 builds is the problem. Like, it's a problem. Yep. Next 2 days are gonna suck.
That voice. What sinister
Like, I barely want to do this playthrough right here, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do another playthrough again before launch. There's only so many times I can stare at the passive tree. Don't really want to update any more guides for launch either. Maybe one of the Thorns guides, but I don't know. I just want to play at this point. I did pro tag, yep. We have known it's been one for like ever now. Like we've assumed it was one since like the moment we started theory crafting it, just because of the lore text on it. So we have been prepared for this outcome. I'm gonna try and slide an Ironbound into an Ironbound. So that is like the biggest like question mark we've had since literally day one of theory crafting this build. Is can you put the adds physical damage per block chance inside Ironbound? Is that effect A even extractable? Because we don't know if you can extract multiple effects. Like, what if the only thing extractable from Ironbound is the return projectile stuff? We don't know, like, if there's a pool of mods that gets pulled, or if it only takes, like, the coolest mod from the item. Not sure yet. If that is possible to put Ironbound's gain damage inside an Ironbound, it's like that is the reason most of us are playing the build right now, is that upside potential on how like its damage could scale. So well, we wouldn't try and remove it, that's for sure. If it went in there, we'd be happy. But, yes, like, from, like, literally, like, that's what's been hyping most of us up for the bow, is that idea of double dipping on the Ironbound effect. In the video, you see that Trample Toe is nerfed to 33% of its effect. So, my hope is that the return projectile effect on the Ironbound Pierce is at, like, 50% or something. That'll make it, like, potentially less likely to make it explode in price, because right now Fub's got his eyes on it. So if it's in a nerf state to where it's like 50 or 33% chance to proc for extracted, then that makes it safe for us. But yeah, if we can put Ironbound inside of Ironbound, like that's been my question since day one of learning about this system, is can you double dip? Because we had that same question for the Thorns boots. The Thorns boots were very clearly Ezomite from the text on them. Can you take the Thorns boots and take the crit from them and then put them in another pair of Thorns boots and get double crit? And like like the double dipping stuff is, it didn't say anywhere. Like I fucking watched that rune video like 8 times because I wanted to be, because I'm just like looking for anything that would tell me something, and nowhere on the fucking text does it say anything about you can't double dip. You can't put it inside the same modifier that you took it from, so
goes any further.
funny how much impact Fubgun has on the economy, even for other streamers. I mean, if Fubgun said that I was going to, like, If Bubgum straight up said, I'm league starting Ironbound Warbringer, or like some Ironbound variant, I would probably reroll. I would probably not play the build. That is the impact Fub has. I don't want to play that kind of economy game. Dark effigy. Dark effigy. Dark effigy. Shut up, nerd. Dark effigy. How fast do you grow your mustache? Were you clean shaven yesterday? No. But I did grow this mustache absurdly fast. It is the first time I've ever tried growing a mustache, and I don't know when I started, but you could probably go back in the podcast less than a few months, and you'll see when it started growing. But it was my first time growing one, so... It did grow fast. It did grow fast. I make so much money off gun viewers each league. A lot of people, I mean, there are a lot of people that specialize in selling to players who are like meta farmers, you know? Yep, got a new haircut a couple days ago. My hair's normally not this straight, it's just set weird right now, though. Any thoughts on Archon of Death or Puppet Master and what they might do? I have no idea. I have no idea. I went ahead and slotted Puppet Master stuff into the supporting fire guide. Once we get more info on it, I'll either slot them out or keep them in. But I have no idea what either of them do. They sound cool.
Don't lose sight of it.
Did I kill Crowbow? I haven't killed Crowbow yet. That's what we're looking for right now. Alright, is Crowbow? Yeah. Hoping there's strong buffs to the build. I mean, minions got buffed across the board. It definitely got buffs. I think it's gonna be good.
Is that what's been eating our cattle?
We have Gazzy confirmed for the podcast, by the way. I don't know if Miso has talked about it, but we locked Gazzy in like 2 days ago. He is the week after Palsteron. So we have this week as Captain Lance. Next week, we still don't know who our guest is yet. It might be a trio-only episode. It might be like, who knows? We'll figure it out. The week after that is Palsteron. The week after that is Gazzy. And the week after that is Fubgun. Like, we're going Palsteron to Gazzy to Fubgun. Like, what? You see, Doom, I would be upset, but I'm not upset because everyone keeps phrasing it like you're phrasing it. It's my bow. Everyone keeps saying Fub's going after your bow. That's right. That's right, everybody. It's my bow. I was here first. Even if Fub Gun popularizes it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not worried about Fub's influence on the bow for me specifically, because I'm league starting the build. I'm worried for Fub's influence on the bow for people who make it their second build, because at that point the bow could be expensive because people are like churning through it for the effects, right? At that point, I think it'll be okay, or it'll be rough for people. But for me on league start,
I don't
as long as you're getting the bow within the first 48 hours, I think it'll be fine. I don't know for sure, though.
Hello.
I'm coping out right now to avoid the doom of the fubber.
Take your time. I will treasure it.
He is scary. He is powerful.
Bye.
But how can I take a look? Till next time.
So I'm not worried about it this league. I agree with you. I've referenced Plague Fingers a few times, Dad Bod. That was because people were a lot of people were leveling with Plague Fingers from the start. Fubgun would have to be leveling with Ironbound from the start. Like, Plague Fingers was good, like, from, like, the jump. Where Ironbound isn't being used, it's being extracted. So that's the difference I make in the two. And also, the other reason why I'm not super concerned about it is New Ritual. I assume New Ritual is just gonna, like, even if, like, Freythorn Ritual has no uniques, Endgame Ritual is gonna print so many uniques into the economy that I assume there's gonna be plenty of Ironbounds. Maybe I'm wrong in that assumption, but for whatever reason, I am not worried about it. I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm not getting it on launch because everyone's listing them for, like, a Divines, like, out the gate. But I could be wrong. I am not worried, but... There is definitely this looming doom. It's like, you know, in Attack on Titan, where they're inside the walls and they see the Colossal Titan's, like, head peek over and he's, like, looking down in on them? That's Fubgun right now. He's just this looming titan that is just ready to eat up all our Ironbounds. Well, you can. I mean, that's what I keep saying is that, like, it'll be expensive. Like, it is confirmed extractable. I mean, we don't know if, like, what can be extracted on it. We don't know if multiple mods can be or whatever. But it's confirmed to be one of the uniques you can extract runes from. That's why Fub's on it. I assume it, like, if it's extracted 100% chance, then GG, game over, we lose. Everybody's poor, can't afford Ironbound. My assumption is it's going to be at a reduced effect. It's going to be at, like, 33% chance to proc or something when piercing armor-broken targets. And in that case, is it worth it for your average bow build to invest into it? Maybe, maybe not. But if you could extract at 100% chance... or if it extracts at 100% chance, maybe it comes with, like, if it pierces and returns do, like, 50% less damage or something with the extraction. Like, there's ways they can nerf it and make it, like, not usable, but if it's at all usable, then after the first few days when everyone's spam trying to get it, gonna be rough. Yeah, the quality one's cool. I mean, it's like, I think people are a little too excited for the quality one. I don't think it's like, it's cool. It's definitely cool, but... when you're limit 1 per... yeah, it only works in one-handed maces, and you're limit 1 per. So whatever that 40 quality is giving you has to outweigh every other option for your build of all the uniques out there. I'm not like a one-handed mace aficionado, and I don't remember the entire pool of mods, but there's probably something you can put in a piece of gear that's competitive with that, but I have no idea. I have no idea. That's the biggest question mark I have, Scroats. Is it a pool of mods, or is it a single mod? If it's a pool of mods, that's what I'm excited for. I hope it's a pool of mods. I really hope it's not like you only get the one thing from each unique. I hope it's a chance to pull a pool of, from a pool of them, because that makes it far more interesting. Of course, that would churn through Ironbounds a lot faster, but I don't have boots yet. I'm a bum. But yeah, like, I have so many questions about the rune extraction system. Like, so many. That's, like, why I don't take my, like, mobalytics and planning too seriously, is because the rune extraction system changes so much for how your build's gonna look in deep late game. Hey, I got boots. I like using. I might be changing the guide to have War Banner instead of Lightning Rod, or like whatever it's called from the start. Herald of Thunder. Because when we have the return projectiles, we won't really need Herald of Thunder to help, and War Banner will be fun on bosses. Oh, so also, by the way, I think it's in 1 week from today, I'm doing Talkative Tries podcasts, which I'm super excited about. I assume perfect runes will be perfect jeweler orb level or rare. I think so. With the way runes are... Also, what's up, Parent? How you doing, man? With the way runes are, I expected the extracted rune to always have the same affix. Every rune in the game currently is not random, so it makes sense that Legacy XXX runes to be the same. That's where my head is at, Parent. When I saw that they were listed as what you're saying, Legacy XXX, that made me think that it's going to be a fixed value, like you're saying, and it wouldn't be from a pool of mods. The hope is it's from a pool of mods, but when I saw the same exact thing, when I saw that, I thought the same thing you thought. That made it less likely it was a pool of mods. It's like, because then there would be like Legacy of Ironbound 1, 2, and 3, right? They could still functionally find a way in the code to like mask that, but I agree with your point. Yes. I agree with exactly what you're saying.
Enter the manor. It's all gone.
I assume Ironbound will not extract this effect, where hits with this weapon have 1 to 4 added physical damage per block. Like, that's my assumption, is it will not. The thing we can extract from Ironbound will be the bottom line. Arrows return if they have pierced a target with fully broken armor, and the downside of it will be, like, returning arrows deal 50% less damage, or it has a 33% chance to return when piercing. Like, there's going to be some nerf to it for sure. again, if we can get hits with this weapon, have 1 to 4 added physical damage per 1% block chance, and double dip on that with Ironbound, that's the dream scenario. But I do not think that is likely to happen as of right now. Do I think double dipping is likely to happen? Yes, but like, if I were to put a yes or no to, like, if I had to like say one or the other, I'm going to guess that it's 1 per. There's not going to be pulling from a pool, and it will not be the one we want it to be. It'll be the one that Flub wants it to be. So, but we'll see. We don't have confirmation either way. Hi, Kyle. Can't wait to follow that bow build. I am going to follow your guide. Hell yeah, man. Hopefully it's fun, dude. I'm excited for it. Does the line 5% increase block chance per 100 total armor of equipped armor items include the bow itself? No. The bow is a weapon. It is not an armor base. So it would not include that. Hey, Chef, how's you doing, man? It's going good. It's going good. We're chilling. We're chilling. Is there an item in-game that gives more cooldown recovery? Yes. It's called Temporalis. There's also a shield that does it as well. I forget the name of the shield I used. I can actually show you it. It's on my Thorns snapshot character I was doing. My Donia's Thorns character. There is... Not increased more? No, there's... No, you're not going to have more cooldown recovery. No. That would be insane. I don't think there's anything with more specifically. Long load screen. Yeah, this is a long load. Here's the shield. This is the shield I was talking about. It's... Oh, wait, no. I was talking about something completely different. Never mind. I got my effects mixed up. Nope, this is skill effect duration. Cooldown recovery on gear. I don't know what there is. Cooldown recovery. Right. I don't know if there's anything on gear for cooldown recovery rate. I know, like, Temporalis is the main way people do Giga cooldown stacking for guild gear, but that's, like, just flat cooldown down. Yeah, I'm not sure. The only builds I've done cooldown recovery on, I was mainly doing it via Chronomancer and the passive tree and Jewels. I think Jewels have cooldown recovery rate. I might be wrong there. But for some reason, my brain tells me Jewels had it too. And then, yeah, you're getting more cooldown recovery rate on gear in the next patch. I want to get to 400% CDR. That does sound sick. I have gotten it to about 300% now. Yeah, I feel like I got to about 300% for my Flame Blast build. I can't remember. 300% sounds like maybe I was like 270 or something when I was doing a Flame Blast build. I don't know. Maybe it was 200, though. Maybe it was 300. I can't remember. But I remember doing a Flame Blast build, and I got the cooldown recovery pretty high on it. But it's been a minute. I'm more interested into what gemling quality will give. Same, for Spirit Gems specifically. Like, I made a video where I talked about the gemling stuff, and two things I was excited about were Scavenge Plating and Blink. Like, what if they add gemling quality where, like, when you blink, you do damage around the target. And then you have, like, a blink gemling that's doing damage. Like, there's so much cool shit they could do with Spirit Gems. My second character is going to be supporting Fire Tactician, just so I can update that guide and get to play with Chober Chabber. But when I'm done with the Tactician in late game, I am going to swap it to a Gemling. And I'm going to fuck around with quality like crazy. Be right back real quick. Ugh. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do for my gemling because we still don't know what the quality does. Usually I feel like we have data mining by now, and we don't. Oh, yeah. Yep. Nope, I've done that. Specifically on the character I was just showing you, Selwyn. I did Ancient Reserve. Ancient Reserve is... I don't think I'll ever be able to play specifically Blink without it. Specifically Blink with Ancient Reserve was fucking just so amazing. Very hype, Ferber. How you doing, man? You got your Blink the 1 second? That's awesome, yeah. But yeah, Ancient Reserve is... I still think people in general are a little bit behind on the Undying Hate meta. A lot of people very rarely use them, and very rarely use good crafted ones that have like at least three mods that you want to play with. Ancient Reserve specifically is so fucking awesome. Like, you don't need Temporals to make Blink feel good. Like, even without CDR, even without cooldown reduction, Ancient Reserve feels amazing. That Zeri's getting nerfed is really devastating. What got nerfed? About which at Zeri's? The body armor or what? I've never used that. Oh, okay. I never used it Zeri's Impatient, so I don't think I bothered reading what changed about it. I only read like stuff that I've interacted with usually, because there's just so many changes in the notes I can't process. Doesn't work on persistent skills? Ah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Fucking Blaze. Fucking Blaze. Yeah, part of me, like, the last time I played Ancient Reserve Blink, part of me wanted to force it into every build.
Geonor must be made to answer for his crimes.
I mean, at this point, we should have, hopefully, Ironbound. Like, I'm expecting to have it by now, and we should be just dumpstering everything. Just found your builds, awesome stuff. Love me some off-meta. Hey, what's up, Pantha? How you doing, man?
That's him. One of us.
Well, unfortunately, it's a bow build we're playing on League Start, but it's as off-meta as a bow build can get, I think. So, at least we have that excuse. But I do feel dirty. I do feel dirty playing bow builds right now. As an off-meta enjoyer. We are...
Has come among us that so unsettles our minds. It sits poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Yeah, I like War Banner for bossing more than Herald of Thunder, but maybe I'm just weird. Is lightning arrow what you'll be leveling with? Does until we get ice shot. But the thing about the bow we're leveling with, we're playing with the unique bow Ironbound. It's gonna give us so much damage in the campaign just base without the return that it doesn't really matter what skill we're using. But when you take it to the account, the return, every skill is gonna be good enough for the campaign. So it just comes down to like what's the fastest, what's the clear gonna be good, and yeah. I assume we're swapping to ice shot at 31 or 33 or whatever it is, but it's gonna be like we can't really know until we play with the bow. So you know, like my hope is Spiral Volley we can play with it without having to get frenzy charges, because I really don't want to work frenzy charge generation into the build. But I love Spiral Volley. But maybe Spiral Volley just immediately feels good even without frenzy charges, because like the bow hits so hard. But we just don't know on launch. I assume ice shot. Like if you look at the mobilytics, it's almost set up like primarily for ice shot in like the last 4 tabs. Just because I assume, like with what we've tested and like the math the Thorns Discord has done, if you're using multi-shot with 3 ice shots, all of those projectiles returning, at the maximum possible scaling potential we have, it's going to be doing like clown tier DPS. Like it's going to be one-shotting bosses. With ice shot, like ice shot just like on paper is what's best. Because all of the shards return. Even though the shards aren't necessarily arrows, we've tested with like things that make arrows return, and the shards count as part of the arrow. So like all those little ice shards returning is just... It's gonna be stupid damage late game with multi-shot. The only thing that stops this build is bugs. At this point, like, we would have to be wrong on so many different scaling factors and expectations that, like, even in our worst case scenarios, the bow feels like it's going to be good enough. So, like, the only thing that makes this build bad is bugs. Just something like something completely like unexpected. Yeah, you could technically force Turtle Charm third. So, like, you would start with Imploding Impact, so you do the armor break stuff first. And then with your third Ascendancy, you could technically swap to Turtle Charm and have the first and the extra points in the first half of the armor break stuff. But, assuming we're leveling with Lightning Arrow or Ice Shot, Imploding Impacts giving the benefit of armor break to elemental skills is probably going to lead to it just being the better option. And you won't be doing Turtle Charm until your 4th Ascendancy. More than likely. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no value in Renly's Charms. Such is the off-meta life. There's always something that's like, darn. How difficult do you think the League mechanic will be? I personally have the feeling it'll feel like Crucible. I mean, I'm a PoE 1 newbie. I don't even know what Crucible felt like. I don't even know what Crucible is, so I can't answer that. I genuinely think that GGG is intentionally keeping the ceiling of this game low. They've talked about this multiple times where they don't want like to make Ubers any harder than they are right now. And we're getting an absurd amount of player power in this patch. I don't think there's going to be anything in this patch that's, like, harder than Juice temples were. Like, if you did the big 90-room temples, like, there's nothing that's going to be, like, even comparable to that in this patch. So I don't think there's going to be super hard content. But I could be wrong. But I think, on average, bad builds are going to perform better this patch with all the power for creep they got.
the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
But like Mark has now clarified in interviews multiple times now, the requests from us blasters and like the sweats for like harder content, if they make harder content, that makes bottom builds less viable, and they don't want to do that anytime soon, at least, because until the balance is more set. So I don't think anything in this patch is going to be harder than anything we've experienced. Damn it, I thought I would dodge that. No!
The air grows colder.
No!
I'm now the umbrella. As swift as death. And imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins soon shield. Agnar shall slay again. Desolation. I smell your blood.
Blast him.
And I am ravenous. I need more time. Requiem and high.
No!
I smell your blood. I am ravenous.
Guy is such a simp. SSF is going to be way better too. Yeah, I mean SSF is getting super buffs this patch. Like I'm excited to play SSF. Like at some point, I plan on playing SSF and just seeing how far I can explore it with like supporting fire or something. Because SSF seems like it's going to be way more fun. I've never really enjoyed it. I've tried to enjoy it, but it's just like it's so. Everyone says it's like ruthless, and it's just like a little bit too scarce in crafting currency and stuff. But all the new endgame changes make it like very easy. Like one of the reason I don't like solo Self-Found is because I like to do weird builds, and a lot of my builds are enabled by uniques. And the new ritual change like allows me to farm uniques. You know, if I like my first character in solo Self-Found is probably going to be like a fun build that doesn't depend on uniques, and yeah, I'll go farm ritual and then get the uniques I want. That is my plan.
Our tool. We could go well.
You've done.
How can I help? Take a look. Go well.
Be.
What have we got? What would you like? That'll back a punch.
Do like nothing for the damage. We need that Regal bad. So the reason I agree with you, Pantha. If I were like, depends on the build I'm playing. Like some builds, like I really don't like. I'll play them for like 3 days. It's like, oh wow, this isn't fun. Like almost like after 3 days, I'm moving on from it, right? But they're like when you play like bottom, like if you swim in the mud like I do, you play some weird ass like grimy shit. Even with like a lot of currency invested, it barely makes them like, you know. It doesn't. They're not even acceptable to like blaster standards with like mirrors into them. So, as long as you're like swimming in the mud, trade league can be fine. But I do agree with you that like some builds just become OP way too quick.
strike.
And it's also that I like to play multiple characters too. Because I like to play multiple characters. Like, if I played one character and it was like, if I played Thorns, right, for Solo Self-Found, and that was my only character for like a 3-month league, that's fine. But because I play like 14 characters a league and they all require dumb shit. I think one day though, whenever I'm like, because I'm not a PoE 1 veteran, you know, I don't have like a billion hours, like, you know, in this cycle of league starts, you know. I still get excited by like all the new shit and want to try out so much stuff. At some point, like, I'll probably like, you know, very much prefer Solo Self-Found because things get solved too quickly in trade. Like, I see that becoming a transition eventually, but not right now. I like doing goofy shit. But the new ritual change, like, if you can actually farm... People don't think you can farm Freythorn anymore. Which I'm on the same thought process now. I don't think Freythorn will be farmable. But if it is farmable, you know, that's a huge dub for Solo Self-Found League starts. Little patch notes for Twisters. You're stupid. Those aren't patch notes. There's no way they nerfed Twisters at this point. Because Twisters have been OP since 0.2. It's not like it's new OP, it's just these dweebs just now caught on. Twisters always been stupid as fuck. GG's had plenty of times to nerf it. It is
Return to the caravan.
done.
I've no more
Yeah, I mean, you have to have good damage and good clear for Breach. That's for sure.
Lightning.
Hey, what's up, Magi? There's no copium here. We are all reasonable thinking people who have normal expectations for off-meta builds. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Who goes there? Browse as long as you like. They shall fear you.
I just need to get a Regal Orb. I don't have a Regal.
Blessings.
We are all the code.
With the time. You have your orders.
297 hits I shot. Dream is alive. We'll see. We'll see. That is the hopium we all cling on to. That's for sure.
They need so much metal for.
I am hyped to try it out. I cannot wait for Friday. At least I have the podcast tomorrow, so that'll stall a day, but... This was probably my last practice run. Because it's like, at this point, we should have Ironbound, so like, all of this practice is kind of like... It's just campaign practice, and I've already got an idea of what bow skills I'm going to use, so... Do you think they will finally finish Act 2? I mean, the campaign... Oh, do you think I will? Oh, I don't know. Probably not. I have finished Act 2 on a couple of these characters. I just did it off stream. I went and messed with iShot a few times, but... We'll see if I make it off of Act 3 today. What time is it? Yeah, we'll see. I might. I mean... You don't have to go all the way to 40 for supporting fire. That is a good time to swap for sure. That's like the smoothest swap to go full supporting fire. I am not a minion player. And I fucking hate minions, so like... I've always played minions till like 24 and then swap the supporting fire then. So... I prefer the crossbow transition that you just described, for sure. But... Like, the opening minions is just awkward, because you have that long trek. There's, like, no... Where's Scuba? What do you mean, where's Scuba? Scuba Steve? Or are you talking about one of those Twitch emotes? If you link it, I'll add it. Scuba is an emote, can you link it? And I'll get it added. I'm a noob streamer, so I don't have... I'm new to that stuff. Let me see. Am I even signed in? Let's get signed in. Sec. Okay. I don't know how long it takes to update. What's up, Nizzy? How you doing? Do you know what your league's starting? Do you have any campaign rush with crossbow? No, I don't do campaign rushes. That ain't me. Like with like like a full campaign run, like where I'm crossbows deep. No, I always force supporting fire the moment I get it. Always force it the moment I get it. Did you learn POB yet? Nope. Maybe before 1.0. But what's the point of learning POB when, you know, I just ask the Thorns Discord? I'm privileged. I'm a privileged streamer. What can I say? Oh, there might be one. I don't think it would be like from months ago. From one of my private league starts, Harry. All of my recent streams, I was specifically testing minion starts. You would have to go look at one of my older streams for a grenade start. But I think all of my recent ones, I was practicing the minion start just because I had never done it before. My original guide was for grenades, and like half the comments were always bitching about grenades, so...
I've nowhere to keep that.
That's why I set up the minion one. But I don't think I have any like footage of me playing grenades anytime recently with supporting fire. I also don't stream very often. A large amount of what I play off stream. I'm not a... Sorry, I'm not more help, Harry.
The miners. What happened here?
Yeah, I don't think any of my streams, I'm trying to remember, any recent stream, I don't think I played grenades until supporting fire and then swap. I think I was testing the minion ones all. I'm sure at some point it can be renamed to the Hopium Discord, but you'd have to convince Silly Lily to rename it from Thornhub. I think she likes the Thornhub name. One bow, one block, and a dream. That's what we live by. All we gotta do is get the bow on League Start. Like, at this point, even without having the armor break, pierce stuff going on, the bow should be, like, better than the bow I'm using right now. Depends on how expensive it is. Hopefully it's cheap on launch, but I know Moxie was looking at this build the other day, and Fubgun was looking at this bow the other day. So, who knows what happens on launch, boys? Who knows? Oh yeah, I thought about that, Miller, that old Zerg Swarm build. If you could still use those old Spectres, I would be, like, that would easily be at the top of my list of builds to play. Just all of those frickin' locusts with, and shit with a melee splash would be so funny. That is a possibility, Magi, where it's just everyone's expecting Fubgun to be wanting to buy the first one, so they're, like, overpricing them and stuff. It won't be an issue for me. I have the Thorns Discord where, like, people know I want it, so, like, at some point a viewer will get one as a drop and I'll buy it off of them for a reasonable price. But even without that, I will be able to afford one. Like, I'll be live search sniping. Like, there's someone that's gonna list one for a Chaos Orb or something and I'll get it. It's the normies who are not, like, good at live search sniping that I'm worried about for this build. I'm not worried about me. I will have the bow by my ascendancy. Like, I'm very confident in that. But it's other people I'm worried about. People who have a slower start, or people who are not good at using async trade. But also, it could just be like, you know, one Exalt by hour 6, so. Because I imagine within 24 hours, we will know whether the rune is going to be good or not for bow builds. Like, someone will have it extracted by it within 24 hours, for sure.
I've no more or room. Maybe she knows what's going on.
Are you playing Hardcore Self-Found much earlier in the league or later? I don't know if I'm going to play it at all because of the resets. We'll have to see. The fact that we're getting multiple, they said multiple league resets, is pretty massive.
I'll unburden you.
And if I'm playing in all those resets, I'm probably going to be doing, like, practice for the league starts, as opposed to, like, I don't see me going into any of the resets and being like, I'm going to play Hardcore Solo Self-Found for this league reset, right? Like, I don't see that happening for me. So it just depends on, like, when the gap in the league resets happens, you know? And then, yeah, if I push this character to level 100, you know, who knows how long I'll be playing the Warbringer for, so. Will Standard League get deleted in 1.0? The last I heard it discussed is Standard Early Access will go to its own little void. And 1.0 Standard will not merge with Early Access Standard. You'll still be able to access your Early Access Standard characters, but they are not merging into to 1.0 standard, is what I last heard. I don't know if that has changed. It has been a long time since I heard that was what was said about it, so...
Let us fight to the last.
Agreed. Sad but understandable. But that might not be the case anymore. So...
Feel my wrath!
Guys, I am so excited for this league. I am torn every time I think about it on which league mechanic I want to do first. Like, Expedition, because it's got the core league mechanic baked into it, just seems like the thing you should do, right? It just has a little extra weight to it. I fucking hate Expedition normally, though. So that's why it's like, it's not the default thing I'm gonna league start. Right now, I'm leaning Ritual. Getting an early Mage Blood would be fucking hilarious. I also think with the new crafting, Omens are gonna have a lot of value, and I don't craft, so I can make a lot of currency farming Ritual. This is a curveball. It's not an league mechanic, but I know a lot of people do not like Sanctum. I personally like farming Sanctum, and I think I'm gonna have a reasonably good clear speed for Sanctum for this build. I think Sanctum is going to print currency this league. Sanctum is already one of the best moneymakers every league. But this league, the value of jewels is so much higher. I think getting jewel bases from Sanctum on its own is good. Like, every Sanctum run you do is going to print so much currency. What is Sanctum? It's Trilosecamos. It's what I'm about to do for my Ascendancy. Pricing jewels is very tedious. Yes.
These statues are older than any
It is a lot of work.
ever seen.
At some point, you just filter out rubies. You never even look at them. But, with the buffs to crafting on jewels specifically, and then just the buff to jewels in general. I also think, of course, Against the Darknesses are always value. You get an early spirit, especially with the totems, builds being so popular, and people are going to be like Giga Spirit stacking for some of them. Getting a Spirit ATD early on, whew. You're talking about, you know, potentially half a mirror for the perfect Against the Darkness early on. Oh yeah, I mean, second much is prints. Like, jewels make money, the relics make money, Against the Darkness makes money, and then of course you always have the opportunity of getting a Last Flame, which sells for a mirror. So, sometimes multiple mirrors. I think the one I got last league I sold for 1.5 div. I guess the ball is that way. No, you wouldn't use Headhunter in supporting fire. The mobalytics is like 98% done. There's like not much that's going to be changed about it.
These symbols. What secrets?
It's not like it's missing a bunch of gear and stuff.
Now, Jindak, I prove myself.
I'll need more time.
That is how I like to play supporting fire. Is armor stacking.
Face me.
With spirit, strength, and int stacking, and dex stacking. Headhunter's a garbage bait unique. That's why no Headhunter. Go look through my 40 builds I've played since 0.1 and find one that has Headhunter. Won't catch me using that clown shit. Does Headhunter even work with minions? I'm not sure. Found what? What is this clip? That by level 66, I forgot about that hardcore. What was that hardcore solo self-found where I got a Headhunter drop and like campaign or something? Yeah. I forgot about that character. That's the one time I've used Headhunter. And I think I died with that character shortly after. Didn't I get like fucking templed killed with it? Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that hardcore Headhunter. That was funny as fuck. Did I get a chance orbit? It was up, Lachlan. No, I don't think I talked about the gear in the video. Unless you're talking about my video from like months ago, Maratharon. Or Mara Othar. I don't know how to say your fucking name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Mara. Unless you're talking about the old video that released months ago, you should be following just the mobalytics. Which we're armor stacking now.
Take care.
But no, I don't play Headhunter. That ain't for me.
Who goes there?
Well, isn't Headhunter like the reason why? Again, I don't know if Headhunter works in minion builds. Never tried it. But don't you have to get the kill to capture the effect for Headhunter? And it's the minions getting the kill. That's why Headhunter. Like that's why I would. That's why I'm asking the question. Does Headhunter work? I have never. I've played 3 minion builds, and I haven't played Headhunter in any of them. Nor would I, because I just don't like Headhunter. I think it's a booty butt cheeks unique. But I have no idea if it works with minions. But that was my logic there of why it would not work in minion builds, because the minions are the ones getting the kills. They would be the ones exacting the unique effect, not you. And if you could use Headhunter in minion builds, would most of the Headhunter buffs impact your minions? I have no idea, because I've never played Headhunter. I have no idea what the Headhunter buffs even are. So, you know. I'm the wrong person to ask. Forgot where I was. You play monks though? Yeah, I mean, I play builds that Headhunter could fit into. I just think it's awfully unique.
Let battle be joined.
I mean, it does have the good strength and dex boosted into it, Mara. That's a fair point. I think I optimize out of the supporting fire. You don't use Meganors in late game. You're just using it to max your defenses. If you want to slot Headhunter into it for the strength and dex, you could. But I agree. Like, you shouldn't be using Meganors late game. But I'm never putting Headhunter in any of my guides ever. A, we don't know the price of Headhunter this league. Headhunter, like, last league was a 1 divine item, so, like, everyone could use Headhunter. Like, if Headhunter is, like, 100+ divines this league, or is, like, super expensive this league, like, A, I'm not going to just put it in the guide, and, like, of all the pieces you're going to buy in the gear build, you're not going to be buying Headhunter before anything else. It'd be, like, a really last please slot. But in general, like, I never recommend Headhunter, because I don't like it. Leads to you getting kills. It's... If you're using Headhunter, you're not really playing a build, you're playing a Headhunter build. Like, if you want to use Headhunter, go for it. I'm not saying it's bad. But A, I don't know if you would even get the effects from Headhunter, because I've never played a minion skill with Headhunter before. And B, yeah, just, I don't recommend Headhunter. But I don't think the rare belt I have posted is bad. But also, we have to see what the new runes are still, too. Like, that rare belt might be swapped for Darkness Enthroned with, like, if there's new runes that are, like, minion command skill. Or maybe, like, we want to put, I think, what was it, I forget which skill effect I was thinking about putting into the build, the guide to be extracted, but like maybe you're boosting one of the Kalguran runes with Darkness Enthroned as your belt. Like, Strength and Int is nice, but from my experience, it's the cherry on top. So like, if the main reason you're wanting to use Headhunter is because it has Strength and Dex, like Strength and Dex is always just cherries on top. They're not like the most important thing, right? The most important thing is first minion stuff that, like, it scales the minion damage. So minion levels, spirit for more muster, minion cooldown reduction, stuff like that. That's all priority number 1. After that, it's just your defensives. But again, I normally play defensive builds. Like, I try and make my builds to where they just can never die, where some people like to play more glass cannon. So that's another reason why I don't like running shit like Headhunter. But I would like look into adding Blink with Ancient Reserve before I added Headhunter personally. If you're trying to get faster, I would like find a way to work Blink into the build. It's a good unique, but it's luck inconsistent depending on the mobs you face. I wouldn't say it's luck inconsistent. Like, a good Headhunter build, like, it just flies through the map so fast that, like, not even a good Headhunter build, a bad Headhunter build, like, it ramps so fast that, like, I don't know, like, there's no debate that Headhunter isn't fucking insane. It's a fucking dumb build. But, A, again, I don't know if it works with minion builds. No one has said yes or no in chat that they have confirmed that, like, you can capture the effect from Headhunter from your minions or not. Because I know some stuff like that doesn't work with minions. But if it does, you know, does all of it buff supporting fire at all? That would have to be tested. But again, it just, me, I don't play Headhunter ever. But I would add something like, 1, we're getting minion skill stuff, or minion damage on rings. So that makes Ingenuity Belt a option. So we could put Ingenuity Belt on and run 2 high minion damage rings. I would do that over Headhunter personally. And then, yeah, just like Darkness Enthroned. We have no idea what Darkness Enthroned is going to enable. As well, like, if you're talking about if I was supposed to update that guide for the most min-max scenario out there, it probably wouldn't be Headhunter. It would be Mageblood, is my assumption. If, like, you're talking about a Giga min-max build, it would not have Headhunter listed. It would have Mageblood listed. At least for my setup, I assume. Because at least Mageblood makes you tanky. But Headhunter is like, you know, there's no debate that it's dumb. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't use uniques like that. But I'll add some more suggestions to the Uber late game tab before launch tomorrow. But I don't think what I have there is necessarily bad. If you're somebody that wants to play with Headhunter for sure. But I'm somebody that likes to prefer, you know, I lean defensive with my builds. I want to get a higher armor. I want to get as much armor applies to elemental as possible. I think you could certainly work support or headhunter in for sure.
Of course.
For sure.
I will tell your tale.
Take your time.
I mean, rare belts are really good. Like you said, you can get triple res, you can get flat life, you can get flat armor. Like, rare belts are really good. I have a rare belt listed in the guide for a reason. Like, they're not bad. But, you know, you're never going to convince anybody who's a headhunter user to not use headhunter. Like, they just go into every build like, where's the headhunter, right? And that's not a bad thing. They want to use headhunter because it's fucking OP. I'm just different. I just don't like it. So that's why you don't see me ever using it in builds. I'm sure I could fit headhunter even into thorns if I wanted to, right? But yeah, I don't know. There's something about it I just really dislike. Maybe it's because I like the boss.
Yes.
I think it's because I like doing bossing, and Headhunter's useless on bossing. And I hate gear swapping. So maybe that's it. It's just I hate bossing. Or I like bossing, and I don't like gear swapping. I just like Headhunter because it's a gimmick. I mean, yeah, it's borrowed power for sure. In general, most of my builds end up being budget builds. Until this last league, I have never put, more than, 10 divine into a build. I'm always, a poor boy person when it comes to builds. Until this last league when I started finally learning how to make currency. So normally, something like Headhunter wasn't even, an option for any of my builds. But this last league, Headhunter was an option for every build because it was a divine. So I think a lot of people got high off of Headhunter as well. Not borrowed, stolen. I mean, true.
Impressive endurance.
I actually want to see something real quick. Because nobody has asked, you fake minion main, or nobody's answered my question, you fake minion mains. I got a supporting fire guy someplace. Where is he? Is it only my hardcore tactician that I don't have deleted? If that's the case, I don't know if I'll be able to afford a headhunter to test. Have you looked at rituals with prize pain? Not really, no. I don't really like that kind of build. Some people in the Thorns Discord have looked at it, and I've seen them talk about it, but, if you mean have I looked into it, as in, am I interested in playing it? No. $60 divine for a headhunter? I don't think I have $60 divine anymore. And I don't think I have a headhunter. Maybe I do, but I doubt it. This is my hardcore character. So I doubt I do. Well, never mind. I guess I deleted my Live League Tactician, or I could have tested there. But I'm not seeing it. I might have made it this, I probably deleted it. Because I delete a lot of my characters pretty quick. I'll find the answer eventually. But I don't think it does. Did you see Moxie's video with the bell and iShot combo? I mean, that interaction's been around for a while. That's, like, not very new. People have been doing that interaction with, like, Ice Wall and stuff. You can already do that with, like, iShot now, you know? But yeah, I did see Moxie's video. I mean, I saw him that he was doing an iShot build. I didn't, like, watch it. I don't really watch build content too often because it spoils what I want to do. But, someone on stream yesterday showed me the clip of him messing with the bell. But I think, like, we've seen, like, a few people do that before with Dread and some other monk player, I remember. Obviously, martial artists will be cool, but...
An oasis in the desert.
I need to remember to get Pounce. I can afford weapon set 2 in this build. Oh, nice. That sounds fun, Lachlan. Do you know what your league's starting, Simon, by the way? You have any clue what you're going to be playing on launch?
Fear will bless you!
A great challenge overcome.
Like, right now, I'm leaning toward the Freythorn farm is not going to be a thing. I don't think Freythorn's going to give us uniques. There's still a chance. The wording wasn't so confirmed. Like, they didn't explicitly say the change isn't coming to Act 1, but
Let's plan.
it seems less likely for sure. I do not think we'll have the Freythorn farm to our views, but we will find out.
The ritual has been disrupted.
God, guys, it's like, what, a little over 2 days to launch? I don't know how I'm making it. I don't know how I'm making it.
Fear will best you!
Perish your mortality. The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
I will overcome this challenge!
You have the birth.
I'm not ready.
What is this lag? What's happening?
I'm not ready!
Stand clear.
This is proof of my strength.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait. I'm so bored of doing practice runs. I'm so bored of playing this patch. I am just ready to play game. I want my bow. I want to shoot my bow.
I choose my own.
I want my bow. I want to shoot my bow. What?
Strength.
So many builds I want to start and play. It's just too much, man. I gotta play this build, and I gotta play supporting fire. Like, it's gonna be a lot, you guys.
All right. Need something? My wares are
No, Regal feels bad. Well, yeah, because A, we don't have the league mechanic right now, so like whatever all the currency Temple was giving us, we're not getting right now. And then I'm just really bad at disenchanting rares. I by default vendor stuff for gold, and I just gotta get in that mental habit to like start, at least, especially in this environment, salvaging for Regals, which I don't remember to do. But the no Temple hurts a lot. Oh, I could definitely gamba more for sure. But like, I'm not trying, like,
This Baron.
if I was doing real solo stuff on, I would for sure. But like, my brain tells me that at this point, I'm going to have the bow. So like, I don't need to be like desperate for damage, or like, I'm gonna be playing very differently on launch because of how the bow is. So like, I'm not gonna need to be like griming for stuff, you know? We won't need exalts or regals for our bow specifically and shit.
Fear will best you!
Oh, I wanted to put, I always forget to get, with one of my early gems, Armor Explosion. At this point, I want Armor Explosion in the Lightning Arrow. It helps a lot with the clear. And you can get Armor Explosion with a tier 1 gem. Stall seating is hurting your soul right now? I'm dying. At least we got the podcast tomorrow with Captain Lance, but it has been rough. I like the War Banner edition. We added War Banner a couple runs ago, and I prefer it.
Certain treachery! The Visteri Desert is a strange and deadly place.
Yeah, you saw me snap put that belt on. It's because I saw that Thorns tag. Y'all already know. I think I need to go this way, actually. Why don't I consider surround for what? Just, I played surround builds before, what do you mean? Surround builds are not, if you're talking about for this build, this is not a surround build. But I've played surround builds before. You're talking constricting command, right? I've played that before. This isn't a surround build if you're talking about for Bowbringer. But I've played plenty, not plenty, I played like 2 or 3 constricting command builds.
I need more time. No mana.
This rare is nuts. And the reason why I don't, like, it's not, I mean, maybe it could work, but A, I think Hateforge is way better scaling for the build than Constricting Command. I don't think you're going to be able to functionally do both well in late game. Maybe you can. But with Constricting Command, with the new rework they did to it, you're required to benefit from it to at least be in range of one enemy. It is no longer a build where you can make it to where the helmet allows you to be in presence of nothing. You have to always be surrounded by one thing to get the effect. And it's a bow build. So you're either going to have to, like, when you're mapping, make sure you're close to stuff to get, when you're firing, to get the benefit initially. Or, in bossing, you gotta stand on bossing, which, you know. Why force that into this to a bow build where you're supposed to be zooming, you know? I mean, but there's also like a billion other ways to scale this bow's damage. I don't think Constricting Command is the play, personally. Oh, I'm surrounded and dead. I need Pounce. Like, I don't think Constricting Command's the play here. It could be. We'll test. Maybe we'll test it in a late game. I don't see me wanting to play Constricting Command in a bow build. It depends on how that interaction works with, like, the return mechanic. Like clearly Constricting Command is fucking busted. Like, there's no need to argue for, like, the value of Constricting Command in that sense. Like, everyone knows it's fucking busted. It's just like, would it feel good to play in this build? I don't. Versus, like, other setups. And would it add enough to where, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna assume that the way to play by default is like, I'm not gonna set up the mobilitics for Constricting Command because that's like a big gamble on whether that would pay off well. It'd be something to try in late game for sure, but I don't think by default you just go Constricting Command, because that's just like a lot of investment to get Constricting Command on. Like, it's a good like, there's a lot of good with Constricting Command because this node right here allows you to abuse Against the Darkness specifically, because you can get, like, with this build specifically, we will be taking tempered defenses, and if we are playing Hateforge, we will be taking Battle Trance, and that allows you to also get these two here for a really meaty Against the Darkness or Time Loss Jewel. But can you fit both Hateforge and Constricting Command? I don't know. And B, will playing Constricting Command even feel good? Because with how much projectile speed we're going to have, like, most mapping, we're going to be just frying shit off screen. Like, we're going to be shooting 3 arrows, three eye shots. We might mix in Nova projectiles for Giga AoE clear. Like, I don't see it getting much value in mapping, just because projectile speed just gets your arrows so far off screen. What is Constricting Command's base? And what level helmet is it? Where the fuck am I supposed to go from here? This way? That way? Constricting Command's level 38 helmet. So it's not an armor base then. That's a L for sure. The fact that it's level 38 is good though, because oh, it's an ES base, so it's not even evasion. That sucks for sure. That's a big L. Energy shield base. Like I was about to say, if you can upgrade it with the system. Oh, it's not ES, it's EV. I mean, EV is still not ideal. We would want it to be an armor base. If it was like armor EV, that would have been nice, or armor, that would have been nice. EV's fine, but it's not like the best. But the fact that it's below 50 men, it could have been upgraded, which could have been cool. But if it's EV, then we don't really care about that base, to be honest. Depends on how high the base of the EV goes, because you could take iron reflexes or whatever and convert that EV to armor. It just depends on, like, you know, if it's upgradable by the Kalgura and Rune Forging system and what the EV gets up to. But it is a lot of attack speed. And he did make a good point, you know, Constricting Command is also armor, which is nice for the build. Though that armor would just make us tanky. I don't think that would have any benefit towards the damage scaling. It would make us tanky though. It could potentially have a place depending on how, like, it depends on how tanky we are in late game with Brass Dome and, like, having a full armor helmet and a full armor boots helps a lot for our tankiness. Hayforge doesn't have a super high base. So if you're swapping for an EV base, like, our armor is definitely going to be lower for the helmet. But then, of course, Constricting Command would give you some more armor percent increase from the surround effect. So it would have to be mathed out. I assume it would not be as tanky, but clearly it would do a lot more damage if you're able to get the surround effect consistently. On bossing, you should probably be able to consistently get it, because you're probably going to be, depending on what setup you're doing, you might be doing, I don't even remember what I was saying. 2 more sleeps? Yep. Do we know what exact time the leave is dropping Friday? Yeah. There's a timer when you log into the game. It's like at like 3 p.m. my time or something.
To prove their faith.
Yep. There is, Simon. I often use that node when I'm doing Sanctum farming. I have no idea, Isolated Tribes. I have never played that Ascendancy, so... nor tested that interaction. I have no idea. I am not sure. What are my PC specs? I don't know. I'm not good with that stuff. most of it's old, but I bought a new graphics card. I think it was I don't remember. It was one of those numbers, 50-something. Only thing new in my computer that I bought recently was a new graphics card, because my old graphics card died. It got exploded towards the end of 0.4, so I was forced to upgrade it. Everything else is like 5 years old. I don't know, I bought it from iBuyPower forever ago. And then I've only replaced the graphics card in it, which I think I got a 5070 or 5040. I don't remember. It was something new. I don't know if I'll swap the hybrid. Like, so if you want my, like, I'm going to test everything for this build as much as I can, because I might be trying to push the character to level 100. But if you're asking me what I think is best, it will be pure armor stacking. Like, defensively, nothing is going to be better than pure armor stacking in this game. So if you want to be as tanky as possible, pure armor stacking is the way. I don't see us going, like, will I try hybrid? Will I try pure evasion? Yes. Will both of those be good? Probably. But what is best? If you're sticking with what's best, you will play pure armor the entire time. Pure armor. You might do, like, hybrid with, like, iron reflexes. Iron reflexes is the node down here that makes you give, like, if you're doing hybrid, it would convert all that hybrid into armor. That would be the only scenario you would do hybrid, is if you were just making it an armor build in the long run, you know? But that doesn't mean that armor EV won't be good, or it could potentially be better. But my assumption, armor is already one of the best defensive layers in the game, in my opinion, and it just got giga buffed. So I think 75% block with a fuckload of armor is going to make us like, just unkillable. This armor is going to be so goddamn good. Armor deflect could be very good. I think Tactician is going to be secretly one of the best ascendancies in the game. Going into this patch. Like, I think people underestimate how tanky deflection, deflection armor is. Because I've played with it in 0.4, and it's not as bad as people would think. But yeah, I just assume we will be playing full armor the whole time, just because the hope is, like, if you look at the mobile Vix right now, it shows us using a rear guard in late game, but we have someone in the Thorns Discord named PBE. He made a formula that calculated how much armor and stuff we needed to get block cap, and we can actually ditch rear guard. Right now, the mobile Vix still shows rear guard in late game. I'm going to be updating it as I play it. We probably won't be using rear guard in late game, so we'll be using a rare quiver, which means we're going to need a lot of armor on gear to be able to ditch rear guard, which is by far, like, our biggest damage increase. Do you think Eye Shots has enough damage for Zarok 5 to 6 men? I mean, I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that.
All right.
If everything goes perfectly, Bixie, you will be hitting, like, somewhat, like, one of the maths we've done in the Discord says that, like, best case scenario, you will be hitting for over 30 million damage with multiple projectiles and all of the ice shards returning. So if that ends up being the case, the best case scenario with everything being worked out perfectly, yes, but it would require best case scenario stuff, and we don't have, like, I can't guarantee you that, you know?
This could be useful. I will tell your tale.
My late game armor tab on the mobile X already has a rare quiver. Oh, look at me go. Look at me. Look at me doing stuff already. Wow. I do remember doing that now, though. I actually did that this morning after we messed around with the new formula.
How does anyone live
So the question is, like, going back to the original discussion about constricting command, can we still hit block cap with a rare quiver while using constricting command and hate forge? If the answer to that is yes, then I could see us working in constricting command for sure. But that sounds like a deep late game swap. But we'll see. I forgot I wanted armor explosion. Do you think the know where we get move speed when you block is good or not? No. That node's only good if you're playing something like Thorns. Just because we are tanky doesn't mean you should be trying to get hit. So for that node to be good, you have to be intentionally standing there getting hit a lot. And like, we're tanky to like avoid random one-shots, but we're not like making ourselves tanky to the point that like you can face tank a bunch of enemies like willy-nilly, you know? I mean, maybe we're that tanky, but you shouldn't just be like expecting to be getting hit a lot and hoping that's going to buff your move speed. I have used that node with Thorns builds, and in that situation, it's fucking awesome. But for this build, you shouldn't be, like, wanting to get hit, you know? So I would rather just get flat movement speed other ways, like removing the armor penalty. On gear. Movement speed penalty from armor on gear and stuff like that. Armor explosion is definitely helping with the clear. I need to remember to get it in Act 1. See that clear right there? That would have taken 2 lightning arrows before because of the chain. But because all 5 of those mobs that were standing there all had armor explosion proc, it's what cleared that entire group with a single shot. So I know for like single target it's not ideal to swap armor explosion for rapid attacks, but for the clear, at least with how I'm playing right now, it's helpful. Will we want armor explosion in late game? Probably not. The return effect is probably going to be more than enough to clear, but at least for this character, we get some benefit. Is the 20% damage you take from block damage from Turtle Charm mitigated by armor? It should be. Like, fully mitigated? No, but will, like, the armor be, like, calculated after the block? I believe so. I believe so. I swear you've been in Act 2 for 2 days? I keep making new characters. Act 1 and 2 is the only acts I need to practice with. Because, like, by the time we're in Act 3, our bow is going to be doing so much fucking damage that, like, practicing it in solo self-found isn't going to be realistic practice, you know? By the time we're in Act 3, everything is one-shot. Like, everything is one-shot. This is, like, it's the early acts I needed to practice. That's why I never played bow builds, you know? But by the time we're, like, at this point, it should be one-shotting everything. But in Act 3, you know, with Ice Shot and the bow, everything is just like, it's a very different experience than from practice. But yeah, I just keep doing new starts every day. Every day I've streamed a new, I've deleted my characters and started fresh. So.
Join the dead who so defiled. These tusks are what I seek.
Oh yeah, Simon. Well, it's not even just the return shot that's going to be doing more damage. The new bow is just going to have more flat damage than this bow. So even without the return, this new bow is going to be doing so much damage. But when you take into account the return, like, once you have the bow online, it's game over.
Whatever it takes.
It's game over. Like, everything is just melting in a nanosecond.
Do not wander.
Do not wander.
I've got some. I'll ask Shambrin about this one.
And yeah, it's likely to be another stream where I don't get to Act 3. Because I gotta go take care of lunch soon. But I'm not trying to get, like, practice 2 maps, you know? To me, like, doing this much practice is annoying to me. I normally don't do any practice. I call it spoiling the journey. I don't want any practice. I want to go in completely blind. The only reason I'm doing practice is just to, like, get the League Start guide as updated as possible for the early acts, because that's where most people are going to be running into issues, is before they get the bow, right? But in general, for me, like, I prefer no practice. I want to go in blind. I want to... Because a lot of people will, like, with too much practice and stuff, they'll, like, convince themselves, like, oh, the build's not good enough, or burn themselves out. I don't ever want to do that. This is just a unique situation where I'm playing bows, an archetype I have no experience with, and I'm playing it on a Warbringer, a position on the tree that doesn't naturally play bows. So that's where, like, the testing, that's what I'm essentially testing, is the early interactions. Once you get to late game, you know, you can basically path to all the normal bow tree stuff, so it stops being weird, but the first 30 levels when you're doing off-meta stuff can be a little wonky. I need to go back for that checkpoint. But yeah, like, the bow, we should very easily in the campaign, even without buying fancy uniques, which, I don't know about you guys, I buy stuff during the campaign. Like, I'm not afraid to, like, buy a black braid or something, so... But even without buying stuff, it should just be chunking. Maybe down there. And then, yeah. When we have Ice Shot returning, it's just... This is just Lightning Arrow, by the way. This is also, like... Yeah, this is just Lightning Arrow. Just wait till we have, Ice Shot. With the bow, like, I can't imagine any boss lives very long. It's gonna be like all 10-second to 5-second fights in the campaign. If not one-shots, you know? Yeah, I have not had any issues with the tributes with this build. And if you have issues, you just... We have a tribute socketables, and we have a tribute you can get on gear, so... I fuck up. Maybe it's down there. Are you doing any swap tech with Ironbound? I mean, probably Pounce. Either Pounce or Thundershock or Thunderstorm for shock. Will I do one? For sure, absolutely. Do I have one planned already? No. It just depends on what we need. Do we need mobility and, you know, marks? Pounce. Do we need, you know, what do we need? But I always work in weapon swap techs if I can. I imagine there's something that will benefit this build. For sure, right? Like, there's got to be something. Is the RF Roa build dead with the nerf to Infernal Legion and the Malice fix? Probably.
The first ones cannot help me here.
We had a morning party in the Discord channel for that build in the Thorns Discord. We all poured one out for the homie RF Roa. Is there a chance it's still alive? I mean, always. There's always new techs that can bring something alive, but it don't look good for the homie RF Roa. Don't look good at all. I mean, Ironbound is one of them, Simon. The bow we're playing with. No, none of the uniques were, like, super, like, crazy to me. You know, they all... There's none that I'm, like, particularly waiting for. It's like, oh, what's that one gonna do? They're all equally exciting to me. But because they're all getting nerfed, you know, it makes them less hype. This poor guy. Feels pretty good, actually. Not being a full-time streamer and being able to get 50 viewers on Twitch, and then how many do I have on YouTube? Hell yeah, 24? Hell yeah, we got 74 people watching right now. When I don't do this full-time? Fuck yeah. Let's go, boys. We're killing it. We're killing it. We're killing it. This guy's trying really hard to make me feel bad, but deep down, he's just sad and just wants a little attention. Let him know how much we love him, boys. You're a cool dude, Hindi Slayer. Wish you the best. Do you remember when you're supposed to swap to minions in Act 1 from Crossbow after Cemetery or Quest for Spirit? It's just whenever you have a good scepter. For me, it always felt best if I had a scepter with like it was like 100 and like it needed more percentage spirit. Really, what you're wanting to get is 2 to 3 skeletal archers, ideally 3. If once you can afford skeletal archers, it was usually around like level 4 skill gem, sometimes level 5 skill gem, and then you had the bonus spirit from the scepter. would allow it to really feel good. But in general, I thought the minion start was really, really bad compared to grenades. Like, it was. I only put it together just for the people that hate grenades, you know. Are you coming to LolCal? ExileCon is a LolCal? What's a LolCal? Are you going to be at ExileCon, Indie Slayer? I'd love to meet you, man. And I hope you keep this energy in person. But we know you won't. I hate this fight because it's hard to get the lightning rods to hit him. You have to like get him down where he's on the low ground to make him connect. I was gonna dodge roll through that, guess not. That's an annoying fight for lightning arrow. Do you guys know where you need to put your lightning rods to be able to hit him? Because I just can never get him to, like, maybe one will hit him, and it only feels like the ones that like fall down below are the ones that trigger him because they're like hitting his feet, and none of the ones up top seem to hit him. I'm not sure what to do. Lightning damage just sucks on that boss. Hey, what's up, whatever media? I knew he'd tire himself out eventually, guys.
Thank you. I am honored.
Ooh, elemental damage. Nice. That actually is nice for our build. Yeah, right now the only jewels I have on the mobalytics is armor elemental damage rubies and projectile speed elemental damage emeralds. Like, clearly there's a lot of good emeralds that could work with the build, but I just don't know what to suggest until I'm there fucking with stuff. So I just like listed generic rubies and generic emeralds for now. To be honest, Poison Burst Arrow is really good on him. I haven't messed with Poison Burst Arrow because the assumption is it doesn't work with the bow that I'm league starting. So it's like, if I'm going to have the return projectile bow, even a busted ass lightning arrow is going to be fine versus that boss when it's returning. But I don't think, like, Poison Burst doesn't have like the ability to return. So that's why I haven't practiced with it at all. I'm only practicing with skills we're clearly going to use with the bow. Oh wait, we finally got our first Regal Orb. Let's go.
It is time to use.
Oh, does it work with Kadiros? Interesting. Does it like poison burst twice on the return? Like, will it poison burst 2 times? Interesting. I didn't think it would work that way. Again, I'm a big newbie to bows, so there's like so many bow interactions I just don't know about. For whatever reason, I thought like Poison Burst functioned like a grenade would, where it like it goes out and it detonates, and that detonate consumes the projectile. I didn't realize it could go like yoink and do a double burst. I still don't see it being better than Ice Shot because the math we have behind Ice Shot right now is fucking hilarious. But I will test it on launch. And maybe tomorrow we'll do one more practice run stream where we play with Poison Burst Arrow.
This is a graveyard unlike any other.
Oh yeah, I mean, Ice Shot's gonna be crazy. We have a setup in the Thorns Discord where, with multiple projectiles, it's something like Ice Shot is going to be returning like 200 plus hits. Like, a single shot is going to do 200 plus hits to the boss. 297 times. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, Magi. 297 times. In the ideal setup, if everything goes the way we want. And if that happens, like, there is nothing that compares with Ice Shot, right? Nothing. We don't know it's gonna work out that way, but we hope. But yeah. I have a little Poison Burst with Silver Tongue the past 2 leagues because of the built-in Fort Pierce, and it gets better with Return Projectile. That's awesome. That's super cool. I didn't know that. So, like, I might be playing this. I've never leveled a character to level 100. In this game. I don't know if you guys have yet. But with how much endgame we have and how cool I'm like excited I am for this build, I'm thinking I might just play this character until I hit level 100, and that's when I'll re-roll. If that's the case, you know, I'll be able to test a lot of different skills during that time, right? Poison Burst, Arrow, yada yada, like whatever, right? But I've never leveled a character to 100 before. I always, like, just make a billion characters, right? Like, I already have, like, 10 characters I want to make, so I'm already thinking of my next character. But, I'll hold out as long as I can. Maybe we hit 100 with this guy. We'll see. Is this the exit? Okay, we gotta find the Skrull. Do you see those command skill notes for supporting fire? They seem pretty worth getting near CDR. Yeah, if you look at my supporting fire guide, I think the endgame tabs both have that node now. I don't know about the Archon of Undeath or whatever yet, but I went ahead and added the command skill nodes to the tree. I mean, yeah, even in, like, you know, a third of case scenario, you know, 100 hits is plenty. And, it'll be fun either way. But, you know, it's always fun to cope out with the best case scenario math, right? Are you league starting, SSF, whatever? I mean, a lot of that video was aimed at him. He should have taken it personally, Simon, so. I am not upset about him still not liking me, personally. Nice. I took 10 days off work? Hell yeah. Yeah, like, I already have, like... I have no issue clearing the campaign right now, and it looks like it's going to be faster. Like, A, it's just shorter. They've straight up removed multiple locations. B, it's going to be easier to navigate for people that don't know layouts like me. And C, the power creep we're getting is going to be so insane that I feel like if you're good at clearing the campaign, you're going to have a super fast clear time. Even if you're stopping and smelling the roses on launch. Like, even with the new league mechanic and me wanting to, like, mess with it as much as possible and test interactions and stuff, I would be surprised if I had longer than a 12-hour campaign clear. And I know 12 hours doesn't seem fast, but like on a league start when you're just like fucking around a lot, you know, usually my league starts, I barely get to maps at the end of the day one because I was just dicking around testing stuff so much. But I think I will be like deep into maps on day one because of all the campaign shortening they did and just how much damage we're going to be doing.
No mana. Steel yourself.
Hey, I'd love to come on your pod. Whatever. I would absolutely love to. I love talking about this game, and I love your podcast. So, yeah, have a good one, man. And if I don't talk to you before launch, have a good launch, dude. I wish you the best league start.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Get back. I need more time.
Go.
Enough tricks. They won't get away this time.
Well, there's some decent boosts despite not having movement speed. Upgrade lightning run. I mean, this was a nice little campaign clear.
The path to death.
Who goes there?
Take your time, as you wish.
The fact as
My life has been a forge.
What do you guys think about the dreadnought change? I actually liked that there was 2 dreadnoughts, but now there's only 1. And allow us to use one of each different league? I don't think so.
ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter
I
what.
will end this. Or
They said
die
limit
fighting.
1, and it didn't say like limit 1 shield. I think you're gonna be limit 1.
Coward.
I really hope, despite you wanting that, I really hope that's not the case. That would be awful. That would be so fucking annoying if you could use like 100 of them. Like, that would just be like, I don't know why. Like, I don't feel like I like that. I mean, we're limiting the ones you can extract, but I don't like the idea of having a build with like 4 of them. I really hope they are limit 1 per. Because that's just absurd amount of power creep. That's just an absurd amount of power creep, you know? Because, like, even Trample Toe at 10% effect is crazy. If, like, you could just slot that into your build, plus all of the other ones, too, like, that just seems like there's no choice in that. You just do it. Like, why wouldn't you just do it? Maybe you're right, but From a balance perspective, it seems crazy to me if you could stack multiple of them. Even with them being nerfed. But maybe because they're nerfed, that's why GGG thinks it's okay for them to be stackable. I don't know. We'll find out on launch. But I don't feel like, I just feel like there's no way you can, because if you did that, that'd be crazy, man.
I can sense it. The beast is near.
I don't know if we'll need armor explosion with the bow, because our new bow, the Ironbound, might just like have so much clearance not needed. You definitely won't need armor explosion in late game, but it's helping out with the current build. I just assume once we have the new bow, like, we'll be able to like literally put multi-shot pierce in and have enough damage to fucking clear. Tried dodge rolling through and that didn't work.
You again. The fool under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is? No matter. You'll find
Jamanra!
far more capable than Count Geonor. My king, take the power you were promised. What did you do?
It is rough, Laszlo. It is rough. Rough. I cannot wait for this patch.
Bow before your king. For my people. The battlefield is now. The manifest prepared. We are legion.
We're running out of time. End this.
What a beast! Go!
I don't have time for this.
Sons, bend to my will. Impede my enemies.
I'm not ready. Need mana.
That might kill me. Oh.
We will blot of the sun!
I can't.
Will not fall! Take our hate! You will be forgotten!
I need more time.
Our gift to you die! Ulasakama! Asala!
This is not over. Not yet.
I assume you're not integrating Ice Tip Arrow for armor breaking purposes. I just don't like Ice Tip Arrow. Like, again, I like my build. My guide is set up around the idea that I think this bow is going to be busted from the start. Like, you're not going to need anything but Ice Shot once you have the bow. You're not going to need anything but Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod when you have the bow. That's my assumption, that once it does so much raw damage and it returns that, like, you're not going to need to use Ice Tip Arrows for anything. You're not going to need to do Snipe for anything or any of the Escape Shot stuff. Like, if on day launch, like, it doesn't pan out that way, I will, like, re-add those things. But I had Ice Tip Arrows in the guide at one point, but it doesn't feel useful.
It is time for honesty.
Well, listen, Pro Marlos, that screenshot I put on all my thumbnails, it's King Kongor took a picture of the podcast and he captured that face, and I thought the face was hilarious. And I've just been using that picture on all of my thumbnails. You're right, I should try and get a shot without the headphones. You're not wrong there. But yeah, I just like the Escape Shot, Ice Shot testing stuff, Treach. That's why I removed it. And my hopium is that we just don't need it. But in a standard Ice Shot build, I believe you do use that stuff. But I have hopium that this bow's about to be fucking cracked.
You found a lemon.
And, like, yeah. If it needs to get re-added, I will re-add it. But yeah, at one point I did have Ice Shot in the guide. Or, excuse me, Ice-Tipped Arrows. But I removed it.
Here we are. Ah, that's nice.
Okay. All right, I gotta get lunch, guys, so I'm gonna end the stream there. Another short stream, I'm sorry, and we ended in the same spot as before, end of Act 2. But again, I don't really care about getting practice deep into the end game because the bow's gonna be sick on launch. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, try and check out the VOD for the Path to Exile podcast. It's gonna be live tomorrow, midday, with Captain Lance. The VOD should be out at night, so it'll give you something to watch before we get the big launch on Friday. And if I don't see you guys by launch, have a good launch, everybody. I hope you guys have really good league starts. I hope your builds all play out well. You know, and I hope you all have really good time. I'm beyond excited. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. And I don't know if I will stream tomorrow. I might take the day off because we're about to have the launch and like a whole bunch of streaming we're going to be doing. And there'll be like 12-hour stream days too. So might not stream tomorrow. Tomorrow might only be the podcast.